Southampton, NY. This year's U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills will feature the most amateurs, 20, in the U.S. Open since 1962, when 20 amateurs competed at Oakmont Country Club. There were 23 amateurs before the week, but 3 sectional qualifiers, Sulman Raza, Miller and Mickey DeMorat, opted to turn pro in time for their U.S. Open debuts. Here's a closer look at the 20 amateurs in the field. Shintaro Ban, the UNLV grad, secured Mountain West Player of the Year honors as a senior and won the California State Amateur Champion in 2016. He advanced to his first U.S. Open out of the Daly City, California, sectional. Philip Barbary, one of 2 amateurs in the field who has won a U.S. Junior Amateur. Barbary did it in 2015, rallying from 5 down with 8 holes to play in Bluffton, SC. A championship record. He is a rising junior at LSU and co-medaled at the Richmond, Texas, sectional to advance to his 6th USGA championship and first U.S. Open. Jacob Bergeron, Reinhold Mate, USA Today Sports. Jacob Bergeron, Barbary's LSU teammate. There are 3 current Tigers in the field this week, also co-medaled in Richmond, Texas, to reach his first U.S. Open. His dad, Wendell, is on his bag this week at Shinnecock Hills. Harry Ellis, the reigning British amateur champion, recently completed his college career at Florida State. This is his 3rd major start after playing in this year's Masters and last summer's British Open. He was born in Southampton, England. Luis Gagne, the rising LSU senior, advanced to sectionals on a coin flip before taking the sectional medal in Jupiter, Florida. He made it to the quarterfinals of the 2016 U.S. Amateur at Oakland Hills. He's also good friends with Andy Zhang, who became the youngest to play a U.S. Open when he teed it up at Olympic Club in 2012 as a 14-year-old. Noah Goodwin, competing this week thanks to a new exemption given to winners of the U.S. Junior, which Goodwin won in 2017. He also was the runner-up at the 2016 U.S. Junior. He enrolled at SMU a semester early and will be a sophomore next season. He recently made his PGA Tour debut at the Byron Nelson at Trinity Forest. Doug Gim, Getty Images. Doug Gim, the Texas grad, is making his final start as a professional. He won the 2018 Hogan Award, with his biggest highlight of the past year being winning low amateur honors at the Masters. He went 4-0 at the Walker Cup last fall after finishing runner-up at the 2017 U.S. Amateur. His dad, Jeff Gim, will caddy again for him. He will make his pro debut next week at the Travelers Championship. Will Grimmer, the Ohio State player, competed in the 2014 U.S. Open at Pinehurst, where he missed the cut. He earned this year's ticket to Shinnecock Hills after medaling at the Springfield, Ohio, sectional. Stuart Hagestad, the 2017 Masters low amateur, is playing in his 2nd straight U.S. Open after advancing out of the Summit, NJ sectional. The 27-year-old won the 2016 U.S. Mid-Amateur and was a member of the 2017 U.S. Walker Cup team. He's using the same prototype putter as Adam Scott this week. Franklin Wong just finished his Stanford career this past season, where he was named to the All-Pac-12 second team. This is his first U.S. Open start. Stands 5 feet 8 inches but packs a lot of punch in his golf game. Theo Humphrey, USGA. Theo Humphrey, the Vanderbilt grad, advanced to the semifinals of last summer's U.S. Amateur at Riviera. Tends to play hard, classic golf course as well. Was the SEC Player of the Year as a senior. Ryan Lumsden, the rising Northwestern senior, was named to the All-Big Ten first team. He is from England and was the only amateur to make it through the Columbus, Ohio, sectional this year. Matt Parziali, the reigning U.S. Mid-Amateur champion, is also a firefighter and is competing in his first U.S. Open. He was exempt into the field this week. Garrett Rank, the 30-year-old mid-amateur, became a full-time National Hockey League official in 2016-17 after working for several years in the American Hockey League. He was called into action during the first-round playoff series this year between the Blue Jackets and Capitals. Rank, who overcame a cancer scare at age 23, was the runner-up in the 2012 U.S. Mid-Amateur. He has competed in 15 USGA championships, including 6 U.S. Amateurs. Brett Rasmussen, the BYU player, was one of 4 amateurs to make it through out of the Daly City, California, sectional, which awarded 5 spots. It was his 4th straight year in sectionals. He won his age division at the Junior Worlds in 2014. Christopher Rayton, the Norwegian, is still amateur despite leaving Texas midway through his freshman year this past season. This is his first U.S. Open start. He made it through the England sectional. Tyler Strafossi, the Georgia Tech player, won a playoff at his sectional qualifier in Jupiter, Florida, to advance to his first U.S. Open. He is the grandson of Frank Strafossi, who won the 1935 U.S. Amateur Public Links Championship and went on to become the executive director of the Florida State Golf Association and director of golf at Doral Country Club. Braden Thornberry, Getty Images. Braden Thornberry, the 2017 NCAA individual champion, is a rising senior at Ole Miss. He recently made the cut at the FedEx Street Jude Classic, where he tied for 4th last year. He also represented the U.S. in the 2017 Walker Cup and is competing in his first U.S. Open. Timothy Wiseman won a playoff at the Springfield, Ohio, sectional to earn his first trip to a U.S. Open. He is a rising senior at Ball State and is the only Cardinal to play a U.S. Open while still in college. Shunan Yu, the Arizona State sophomore, has won 3 college events in 2 seasons in Tempe. This is his first U.S. Open start. Was born in Taiwan and won 2 prestigious junior titles in 2015, the Asia Junior Players and Western Junior.